Well, hello and welcome to another episode of UpGrade with Maria Kay. I'm Maria Kay and it's my pleasure to have you here again today. I know that you are ready for change. How do I know that? Well, you're tuning in, you're listening, you're taking time out of your day or your night to hear what I have to say about fulfilling a better life, upgrading whatever it is you're experiencing now. You deserve it. I'm so happy that you're here, and I want to take you on an literally endless journey, week by week by week by week, whereby each week you get to step even higher up that ladder, climb even higher up that mountain, creating consciously a life that you cannot wait to wake up every morning and experience. You deserve it. I can't say it enough. What is it that you desire that you aren't allowing yourself to have? What is it that you want that you believe you can't achieve? What is it in your life that you are actually settling for mediocre? Now, for me, mediocre has pretty much always been a bit of a swear word. I don't love it. I don't enjoy it. Let's not mix that up with simplicity. I am all about simple and elegant, right? And you can experience that in the form of an upgraded life. Perhaps your diary is overpacked. Perhaps you never even have time to sit and really connect with what you want. Today's focus is connection. How do we utilize the power of connection to create our own upgraded realities? As I said, my name is Maria Kay, and if you want to hang out even more with me and get more personal help from me, go over to our Facebook group. Just literally search UpGrade with Maria Kay and post in there. Share with us, what are your challenges? What are your desires? What do you like about your life? What are you unhappy with? And post how I can help you. What questions do you have? And I'm pretty certain that I will pluck out all of your feedback and include them in our podcasts. It's my passion to help you upgrade your life. Now, I recently did exactly the same for myself. My life has been really colourful. And I have travelled through many ups, many downs, many downs, plenty of ups. And I've become really, really good at figuring out when it's time to shift a little to the left, when it's time to reach even higher, when it's time to leave stuff behind, people, situations. And in this particular case, last year, it was time for me to leave a country behind. My beloved UK, I had come to a point where I had outgrown her. I'd spent the last 15 years there, building a business, a home, a family, going through many ups and many downs. And it came to a point where I could no longer expand anymore where I was. I'd reached a point where I'd created what I deemed to be a really blissful life. I'd overhauled the way I worked, the way I socialized, the way I was. Every single day I was living, even down to the way I did laundry. I am all about upgrading, not just the big areas of our lives, but the smaller areas too. I was fed up, for example, of spending my whole weekend doing laundry while juggling the kids and also trying to teach seminars or run events or retreats. And if I didn't tend to the laundry, we'd end up swimming in it. And Monday morning would always be a crazy time trying to find school uniform and clothes and blah, blah, blah. So I upgraded the way we did that. And on Friday afternoons, I would gather up all the laundry, take it literally across the way from my house. Right? This is how sometimes we walk around with our eyes closed, what I call asleep, right? There was a laundry place literally a minute from my house that had been there for the past sort of 12, 13 years, and I'd not really connected the two together and realized that actually I can bag everything up on a Friday afternoon, drop it there, and then by Saturday afternoon, it's all ready, clean, fresh, folded, ready to put directly into wherever it needs to go. No messing around, no stress, no countless wash loads, countless hours folding, blah, 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 right? If you're a mum, if you run a home, you'll know what I mean. I'm not suggesting you all go and do that, but if it speaks to you, it's definitely an option. And that is just one way that I decided to upgrade my quality of life. I decided that actually my free time, if I ever managed to get some on a weekend, right? If I wasn't out doing amazing things and helping people transform their lives or being a mum, my free time was really important. And also, so was my peace. Waking up on a Monday morning, I demanded peace. And this was what I needed to do in order to achieve that. So we talk about the big things being upgraded in our lives, the big things where we live, how much money we earn, who we spend our romantic time with, how we parent, right? And also the small things. So just have a little think, have a little scan just for a second. In fact, let's all take a really nice, big, juicy breath. So as today's topic is connection, the breath is one of the easiest and quickest ways, the quickest route to connection. Now, for those of you who know me or don't know me, you may or may not know that I use interchangeable terminology, right? I never rule out anything and I believe everything, right? I suggest that you explore that too. It can lead to a much more expanded experience as a human being, right? As I am currently in India, I'm really loving exploring not just the yoga philosophies, but also the goddess philosophies, the gods and the temples, and doing as much immersion work as I can, right? That doesn't mean I'm becoming a Hindu. Doesn't mean I'm going to convert, right? Doesn't mean I turn my back on God or anything else, or the angels or whatever it is you might believe in. So my terminology, the way I label who or what we connect to is going to be different probably every single time. So take from it what you can, what you want, what you like. So connecting to, just for now, let's call it that source of energy, that energy pool, that infinite intelligence that we all have access to. And I sometimes see this vision very clearly. And I see literally, if we were to just raise our hand just above our head, that we, whenever we need to, could take a piece of that for ourselves, right? Just reach for a handful of source energy. Reach for a handful of infinite wisdom. We have it inside of us. It's all around us. We can connect to it anytime we want. And the breath is a brilliant, easy, simple way. You can do it on the subway. You can do it on the toilet. You can do it in the bath, waiting in the line at the supermarket. You can do it while you're driving, right? So luckily, over my very colourful journey of this life, I have come to a really great sense of connection. Somebody once told me that they'd never met anyone before who was so connected to source. And I take that as a compliment, because I do channel source when I work with clients, as well as being very pragmatic, very on the ball, very forward moving, looking at strategies, action plans, really cutting out the crap from someone's thoughts, life and fears, right? The limitations that we put on ourselves. I also love and really take comfort and power from my connection to source energy. And it does come forth. It's coming forth now as I speak to you. And it comes forth in everything I do in my work and my daily personal life too. And we can do it via just a breath, really simply, really quickly. I have developed a beautiful practice for myself over the years. Okay, it didn't happen overnight, but each and every, let's say, week, day, month, hour, year, it grows, it expands and it deepens, but it also evolves as I do. It evolves to support the energy that I need in that moment. So very often I'll tune in the morning. I like to wake up early and begin my daily practice. And now that I'm living here on a beach, I absolutely cannot wait to do it in the mornings. And I have to say, I've never been a morning person. And one of the ways that I knew that it was time to shift the energy from the UK and relocate somewhere warm and juicy and hot, bright, expansive for me, was that getting up in the morning started to be even harder than it ever used to be. Ask my mother. I have never been a morning person, and my daughter's exactly the same now, right? And it's okay, it's who we are, it's normal, it's fine. But waking up in the morning started to be a real drag, right? But now, because I have honored my desire, I have honored my true nature, right? Rather than trying to fit a round peg into a square hole and forcing myself into being happy in a cold climate, which is what I did for a while. Now I launch myself out of bed, I'm on the beach and I'm starting my daily practice, starting my connection to source energy as soon as I open my eyes. And it's easy, it's supportive, I love it. So whatever it might be for you, and we'll go into some options in a little while, before you kind of choose, what you really want to do is be open to trying out a few different things initially. Now, immediately when we talk about connection, connecting to source, spiritual connection, most people's minds would go immediately to meditation. And that's fine. Meditation is what I would say the godmother or godfather of connection, of being inspired. Because what it does, it takes you inside. It clears away any of the, what I call the mind chatter or the gunk, right? Or the density. And it allows for you to literally click in to source. So yes, of course, I would always recommend that. But perhaps right now for you, it just brings you out in a bit of a stress. It might cause you a little bit of unease, right? It's not something that everybody can do with ease. What I always say with regards to meditation is start with just connecting to the breath, right? I'm not going to go into a whole tutorial on how to meditate, but just for you guys, if you're beginners, start with connecting to your breath. Maybe sit and take 5 or 10 breaths. When we are connected to our breath, it is impossible to be worried or fearful or shamed or guilty. It's impossible for us to be in the past or even be in the future. It connects us right into this present moment. And that is the supporting space for you to be able to listen and feel and connect to your inner voice, inner being, higher self. And basically, it's the part of you that knows the truth. It's the part of you that is connected to the truth. And they do say that once you jump on this spiritual conveyor belt or spiritual highway, that there is no hard shoulder. You'll be constantly pushed in the direction of your truth. You'll be constantly cajoled and poked to live your truth, be who you really came here to be, stopping, quashing your desires, putting an end to ignoring what you really, really find lifts you. No more pretending. That's what's happened to me. And that's what continues to happen to me on a daily basis. And that's what I really, really wish for you. And that's why you're here. So another way of connecting on a daily basis is something that I love to do. And I have done wherever I'm located for at least the past 3 or 4 years, is being out in nature, right? And I'm really, really blessed now to be able to be living on the beach. So anytime I need to, I can go and just be by the sea, put my feet in the sand, feel the sun on my skin, swim in the ocean, right? The beach is my front yard. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the be all and end all. Being outside in nature can be the equivalent of where you live. It could be being by a river, going to a park, literally going outside on the sidewalk and standing by a tree, being in your garden. Anything that takes you out of your left brain mind, where it's all thinking, storytelling, fears, all of the ego's games, right, will click you right into the present moment. So anything that's going to be really powerful at connecting your mind, your body, and your soul together, fusing this beautiful union that makes you who you are. That's where your deepest desires will bubble up to the top. I have a particular client who, and she's mid-50s, beautiful lady, who after some time working together, we uncovered this amazing talent and ability that she had that she hadn't utilized or even allowed to come to the surface for many, many year. She'd even forgotten how much she loved to do it. And this talent, this ability was being an artist. She is highly, highly talented, not only in creating art, but also in facilitating healing sessions, upliftment sessions through the modality of art. And she had no idea that she had this. She'd almost forgotten that she had this ability. And once we got her into that space, that sacred space of connection, connecting to her divine goddess, and for you guys, your divine God, nature, pure, pure, pure space, she's now created a business and is creating an income from one of her deepest, most pushed down desires. When she was at school, she'd applied for a scholarship and she wasn't able to get it. All right. It was a scholarship to go to art school and she wasn't able to get it. And that really impinged on her progress. Her parents didn't support her artwork, her passion for art. And it stayed tiny, basically. It stayed stuck. And she then went off to pursue other things in her life, but never found her feet, never found her true happiness. So this is another thing to be really aware of, right? When you have a desire, when you have a soul purpose in life. It never goes away, right? If you ignore it, it will only get bigger. And this is what happened to my client until we started working together. And she's now shining brightly, helping so many people enjoying life how she intended to before she came here. So that leads me in beautifully, because creativity, doing anything creative, is also a beautiful way of connecting. In fact, that's something I've started to do while I'm here. If you might not know that in India, when you buy, there's a special kind of yogurt that you can get. It's called curd. I didn't really know what it was at first, but then I, bravely sort of explored, and it's this delicious, fresh, really natural yogurt type thing. And I have it with my fruit in the morning, but it comes in these beautiful little pots, ceramic pots, or clay rather. And you get to keep the pot. So I literally every evening have been decorating one pot and painting it. And I would never say that I'm an artist, but there's an artist in all of us, right? And it's just been beautiful to not worry about what it's supposed to look like or whether anyone's going to judge it. And I literally have them decorating the railing that goes around my veranda. I will post some pictures when there's a few more, but there's quite a few. There's about 20 already. And anything like that, yoga, Pilates, dance, anything that allows you to connect inside, go inside, block out the outside world, be still and receive those divine messages. So we're just going to do a short centering now and invite in anything that's been maybe on the periphery of your awareness. Anything that you really need to know right now. So taking a nice big juicy breath. We're just going to do a short centering, a little snippet, just to show you how it can work. So as you breathe, continue to just allow your breath to take its natural form. Don't force anything. Allow your eyes to be closed. Allow every single body part to relax. And just notice in your body where you're holding tension. Notice your fingers, your toes, your arms, your legs, your hips, your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders, your ears, your neck, your jaw, your forehead, the back of your head, the crown of your head. And just invite any area of your body that's holding tension to relax. Bring in that gentleness through your breath into your body. Welcome it in as if it were a good, long-lost friend. And as you drop deeper and deeper into relaxation, you start to feel a sense of familiarity. You start to feel a sense of safety. You feel at home. You feel happy. And you feel really excited to receive the information that's about to come through. And as you drop deeper and deeper into relaxation, you allow yourself to go inside. You allow yourself to be drawn inwards. Eyes are closed. Any sounds around you are just fading into the background. This time is just for you. And now you allow yourself to enter in to a sacred space of your choice. It could be a room, an outdoor space, the woods, the beach, your bed, your favorite cafe. And as you enter into this space, you move forwards in the knowledge that you are about to get into a meeting with your inner being, with that part of you that is all-knowing, all-wise, trusting, that has your best interest at heart. That part of you that knows exactly what you need, without a shadow of a doubt. So as you step into that space, you stand or you sit, whatever makes sense in that moment. And you may not see a figure that's representative, you may or may not, of your inner being. But as you step into that space, you feel the difference. You sense the energy. You may see a color, you may feel a different tingling sensation in your body. You may see colors or lights. You may hear sounds. It's all coming through to you now. And as you remain really present in this beautiful energy space, you ask the simple question, what message do you have for me? You connect in this moment with your heart space. That part of you that receives messages. That part of you that when something isn't right, it will let you know. And then you drop into your abdomen area. That part of you that supports the heart and the messages that come through. And as the information is being dropped into your awareness from that all-knowing, highly intelligent, wise part of you, you feel it. You know it. It may be new information or it may be something that you've known for a while but haven't had the courage to acknowledge. Whatever that is, now you are safe. It's now okay for you to want what you want. It's okay for you to desire what you desire. You are worthy of it. And as the information drops in, you allow your whole body to absorb it. Every cell in your body is absorbing this knowledge. And we sit with the knowledge You accept it with grace. No racing forwards, no wondering how or when or what. We simply receive the knowledge today, the clarification. Today, we become fully aware of the truth. No action to be taken, no changes to be made right now. Just allowing time for things to settle and be. And gently bring your awareness back into your body. Bring some movement to your body. Just make sure it feels delicious. Gently, sensually, connecting mind, body, soul, creating a safe, comfortable, loving environment for you to come back into. And now, gently open your eyes if you feel ready to. And how do you feel? What came through for you? I would really, really love your feedback. I would really love to know how that was for you. Did you have any new information come through? Was it something that you knew that maybe you were too afraid to admit? Maybe it feels far too daunting for you. Whatever it is, I would love to hear from you. Please take 5 minutes, go over to the Facebook group, UpGrade with Maria Kay, and share with us, all right? Share with the group. You'd be so, so welcome. And I promise I will get back to you. I will interact with you. It is one of my most favorite elements of what I do. Connecting with you, supporting you, being there for you, watching your journey as you expand, evolve, upgrade your life. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for hundreds of people around the world, both on a one-on-one level, in groups, events, you name it. And I want to do it for you too. So join us in the Facebook group and let me know how things are going.